following up on Adam Vinatieri and the Pro Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony over the weekend without Bill Belichick, without Tom Brady. You had a question.
Yeah, I did. And Courtney kind of helped me. So I might come to, Curtis, your side of the street on the Tom Brady thing. But do you also throw, because I don't believe Robert Kraft was there, do you throw him into that equation of being a horrendous look by him not showing up to Vinatieri's thing as well?
I would like to credit Courtney for finding this. I didn't find it. If Robert Kraft was not there, and we believe he was not, that is the worst look of the three, because nobody was enriched more thanks to the right leg of Adam Vinatieri more than Robert Kraft. Yeah, I mean, the Patriot way does not exist if Adam Vinatieri is not born.
And the reason why I probably am coming on with the Curtis side of the street is thanks to Courtney again, because I asked the question. I said, was Vinatieri at Brady night, right? So did he show up for Brady night? I didn't see him on stage talking, but I know there were a lot of people that were there. And I guess he was at Brady night.
He was so at Gillette. He was at Brady night.
He was.
He was.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I would be like, bruh, I showed up for you. You would think that you would at least show up for me in that sense. So I would feel like a certain way if I'm Vinatieri and I look over and I'm like, man, I showed up to Tom night at Gillette for his thing, and you don't show up for me. Because the thing that I said, when you're talking about the Pro Football Hall of Fame, there's only a handful of guys that are going to get in that you were teammates with. So if you're Tom Brady and you think about it, we know Ty Law and Seymour. Did he show up for any of those two? And,
Well, Randy Moss is in there, is he not?
But Randy is more like Randy's in the Hall of Fame. I know he played for the Patriots, but Randy's in there because Randy was one of the greatest wide receivers.
I'm just talking about guys that when you bring up guys that he played with who are there.
Right.
There are,
And I don't remember if he showed up for the Randy Moss thing. So, I mean, maybe he's never shown up to any of there.
I know with Seymour, Richard has spoken openly about how Tom lobbied to get him in. Like, Tom was a big component as to the, working the 50 voters, telling everybody why Richard Seymour got in. As it pertains just to Vinatieri, it's unique in that it's sort of like Ray Allen in that he left to go to a rival and bothered his teammates immediately, right? Like, people like Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce have since, I think, forgiven Ray Allen, or there's been they've forgiven and forgotten, whatever. When it pertains to Vinatieri, he went to the Colts and won a Super Bowl. But what he did, we remember the Super Bowls. We obviously remember the Snow Bowl, the greatest single moment in the history of Boston sports. Most shocking. You have to look at, like, the game against the Chargers, the game they had no business winning. He had the game-winning field goal. You have all the regular season games. I think about that 2005 against the Steelers in Pittsburgh, where Brady drives them down. They come back in a game that nobody thought they were going to win in a rematch of the AFC title game. The year after they lost in Pittsburgh, 2005, Vinatieri wins it with the field goal. I mean, year after year after year, week after week. The game against the Titans, the 2003 divisional round, he kicked a freaking rock. It was -3 degrees. It was, some people say that might have actually been more impressive than the snowball kick to win that game against the Titans to get you to the AFC Championship, where you beat Peyton Manning and then you win the Super Bowl against Swiggy. Like, you do not write the history. There is no history of the Patriots absent Adam Vinatieri. Nothing you're doing this weekend, unless you're having a child or have a loved one in the hospital or something. Like, you're in the south of France and you're in Chapel Hill and you can't go, or wherever Robert Kraft was.
Now, did Tom lobby those same 50 voters to try to help Bill get in?
To not get in. He said it was all me, Peter King.
All right. This is Frank from Plymouth. Hey, Frank.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's up?
I'm just calling because I think people need to start realize that Tom Brady doesn't do anything unless it helps Tom Brady.
But this would help him.
I don't even like saying this, but that guy has fallen off so much around here from everything he did for us, because he just doesn't care about this region. I mean, Rob Gronkowski's still here. Edelman comes back. Vinatieri comes back.
Yeah.
He only comes back when it's something for him, and it only, helps him.
Well, but I think this would help him, Frank. I think this makes him look good. Like, I think showing up and just being there, taking a couple photos, literally with private jets, you're back and forth. It's a 6-hour commitment.
Right, but I think what the caller was saying, it has to be for him.
Yeah.
Right? It can't, like, you're showing up for Vinatieri. No, if it's not Brady night or bobblehead night for Tom, or that's kind of what the caller's saying, where Brady only is coming if it's a Brady night type of event.
I actually also don't. I mean, not specifically Gronk, but like Gronk comes with Fox. There's a lot of money to come back here, and I don't think Bill Belichick comes and does anything for free either. He doesn't come back to Boston to hang out at 99.
No, but I think a lot of
Gronk was back here to dedicate the playground over on Sturo Drive.
Right.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
And he was here with Fox with the Tartan Army stuff. Like he does. Gronk is incredibly philanthropic. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that people get paid to do that you don't realize.
I think when people look at Bill, they feel like he might not come back as much, obviously, because he's coaching and doing other things. But I also think they look at the relationship between him and Robert Kraft wasn't great. And so there's a little bit of friction there where the relationship between Tom and the Krafts seems like it's amazing, right? When you think about it, they put a statue outside of Gillette for you. It seems like you should be at the drop of a dime. If Robert's like, hey, Tom, I need you to come back for this, you'd be like, all right, I got you.
But do you think he is? Because I don't.
No.
So that's the issue.
Wait. You look at this so backwards, Wiggy. Tom Brady enriched Robert Kraft billions of dollars. Billions.
Right.
Why does he owe Robert Kraft anything?
Well, what do you mean, why does he owe Robert Kraft?
Tom Brady made billions of dollars for Robert Kraft.
Yeah, I know, but this is like the organization that made Brady.
No, but I think it's clear now that Tom Brady made the organization.
Yeah, but if they never draft Tom Brady, we've had this conversation a million times.
I'm sorry, but if we're talking about who owes who, Robert Kraft owes Tom Brady more than Tom Brady owes Robert Kraft.
No, but what?
Robert Kraft owes Tom Brady
more
than Tom Brady owes.
It's always the other way around, because guess what? If that organization don't draft you and you end up someplace else and stuck on the depth chart as the third or the fourth quarterback, then no one knows who you are.
Right.
But you were fortunate. Listen, you were fortunate to come to an organization where the head coach went against the owner who just signed the starting quarterback to, at that point in time, one of the highest contracts.
Highest ever, $100 million, Drew Bledsoe.
Yes, and said, we are going with this guy who we drafted in the 6th round, and the owner was probably like, what are you doing?
That's the way you feel. Do you think Tom Brady feels like that, though?
If not
no,
for Tom Brady,
the players don't.
If not for Tom Brady, Wiggy, we're still talking about why did Robert Kraft run Bill Parcells out of town?
I understand that point, but Courtney says this all the time, and she's right. It's what was it? Is it the
chicken or the egg?
Chicken or the egg.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line is this: when you're talking about the world of sports,
Courtney says it was Reagan.
When you're talking about the world of sports, it's all about who gives you that opportunity to get in the door. And so the Patriots and Bill Belichick gave Brady that opportunity. Because if he goes to Cleveland, who the hell knows?
I know. If he goes to Tampa, oh, wait.
No. But he went to Tampa at the end of his career.
Curtis, can you just not talk?
So let me ask you this question. If Tom Brady...
Belichick went to UNC. Oops.
And I played with Tom. If he goes to another organization, he might just be a career backup.
Right. And if Belichick doesn't have Tom, he's 5-13 and he's fired and he never gets another head coaching job.
Curtis, we're talking about how Tom Brady got to where he needed to get to.
But we have evidence of the two separate.
Yes, after the fact. But you keep missing that.
Before the fact, Belichick was fired.
Bro, you keep missing that. If your parents don't decide to lay down and have sex with you,
they would never have sex with me. I don't know where you're
Listen,
from.
if they don't decide to lay down and have sex with each other, and then your mom gets pregnant and you're born, that's how you got here. If they decide not to do that, then guess what? You are never here, and that's what this comes down to. That's why I give Bill Parcells so much credit for my career. Yeah. Because if Bill doesn't say, hey, we're going to take a shot on this kid, then I might never get that opportunity. You know what I mean? And then that becomes one of those things where you look at and you go, I might never had a career.
Shine, because I teased it, you want to get to Pop Douglas quick?
Yeah, Greg. Okay. So Pop Douglas spoke after practice and talked about how much more comfortable he'll be this season in the McDaniels offense.
Oh, man, I feel way more comfortable. Last year I was really just I was really getting the feel of it, not really much of going through it. But, man, Josh and, TD, they've been doing a great job of sitting us down and letting us break down the option routes.
Okay, good. All right.
I told you, the slot receiver, that's why I asked Mego when we talked to her down from practice, What's that slot look like? Because that is such a big position in this Patriots offense.
Yeah, hopefully he knows where he needs to be to get the first down.